Okay, hello. For this video, we'll talk about how to assemble our instrument and what's the name of each part of our bassoon and how to play the first sound, the C sharp on our vocal and raise combo. And let's begin. First of all, we need to make sure that our bassoon is in a safe place. For example, I put it on the top of the piano. It look like this. And what I need to make sure is just make sure that my case will not fall down. You can see this part is flat, which is safety for our case to put. Or also you can put it on the ground, it will be more safe. I put it here because the height is comfortable for me. Okay, second things we need to pay attention is the part with the logo. You can see here is a Fox logo. We need to make sure that this part of our case face up, face to the sky. And if your case don't have a logo, you have a number here, you need to make sure that the number face up, face to the sky. Okay, after we check all of these things, we can ready to open our case. And after we open our case, we have 4 parts of our instrument here. This one is called the boot joint. This one is called the tenor joint. This one is called the long joint, also called the bass joint. And finally, this part is called the bell, also the bell joint. Okay, to introduce each part, remember this part is a boot joint. It's a U-shaped tube joint. Why it's a U-shaped tube? You can see we have 2 holes here. One is small and one is big. So inside it should look like this. It's a small hole, goes in, and here goes back and go back to the bigger hole. And also we have another side with metal here. So this one, also the thicker one, this one is called the boot joint. Next is our tenor joint. We have a pad at this end of our tenor joint, the white pad. This hole is used to connect with the vocal. You can see when we take our vocal, this side goes into this hole. Okay, now we can put our vocal in a safe place because that part is really expensive. And this part is used to connect with the small hole of our boot joint. Okay, so this is the whole part of the tenor joint. Next is our bass joint, also called the long joint. You can see the both part of the long joint is this one. The long joint is red, and these 2 parts of the red is in different size. One is bigger and one is smaller. The bigger one, this side is face up, and this smaller size goes connect with the large hole on the boot joint. Okay, and finally is our bell, also called the bell joint. You can see here is 1 key, and we don't have any key here on this part of our bell joint. And when we assemble it, this part goes up, face up, and the key part is on the bottom. Okay, we are now finished. Introduce each part and what's the name of our bassoon, and we can ready to assemble it. First of all, let's take out our set strap. It should look like this, and we need to make sure this part goes to our left and this part goes to our right. We just put it on our chair and just sit in the middle of the set strap. Okay, and we finish this part. everybody take out your boot joint. It should look like this. And make sure the small hole is in the on the left side of our body. It should look like this. The small hole is at the left and the bigger hole is on the right. Okay, and we can put another size on our leg like this. It will be safe. And when we grab each part of our instrument, we need to make sure that we grab it at the empty part. For example, I grab the boot joint here. You can see my hand haven't touched any of the key on this part. It will be safe for this key. If I grab it like this, it will hurt this key when I assemble the instrument. So don't do that. It will hurt our instrument. It's not good. Just grab it like here, like this. Okay. And now we have our boot joint here. And remember, these two holes face up. We can take out our tenor joint. Our tenor joint it look like this. The one part with red and another part have the pad here. We need to make sure that the side with the pad goes up. And look like this. And the red part goes into the small hole. And what we need to do is gently twist it inside. Like this. Slowly, gently twist it inside. And when we finish this step, you'll notice that we have two lines here. This one is used for us to make sure that this two part is in correct position. And if they become a whole straight line, it will mean that this two part is in right position. Yeah. Okay. So we need to have a check of it. And when we finish this step, we can just put on the ground because this is really a huge instrument. We don't want to break it when we assemble it. Next is take out our long string, also called the bass string. What we need to do is take it like this because we don't have any key here. We can grab it like this. And remember, I have told that the larger hole is face up and the smaller size part is face down. And you can also notice that because this part don't have any key, so this key is next to the tenor joint. So it should look like this when we after assemble our these two part. Okay. So what we need to do now is still gently twist this part into the bigger hole of our boot joint. Just still slowly, gently twist it in. Okay, when we finish this step, somebody's bassoon maybe have one looker here. You can have a look of here. We have a small things here. And we just open it. And when you hear the click sound, it means you are successful connect this two part, and this two part will not move when we practice the instrument. Okay. And next step is everybody take out our bell. We can grab our bell like this. Because we don't have any key. We only have one key on our bell. Make sure that this part is face to the sky and we just press this part of the key. Because the whole part of this key need to connect to here. And if we don't press down the key, it should break the key, something like, you know, it will make the key goes right or goes left. And if we press down the key, this part of the key goes up, and it will not hurt the key. What we need to do now is just gently twist the bell, connect to the long joint, and look like this. And now we can relax our hand. Make sure that this two part is connected. And what we need to do next is everybody take out have a look of your, this part is called the buckle. And when we hold our buckle, we need to hold it like this. Our hand is like a tackle or something. And we need to grab this part of our buckle, because our buckle is really easy to break. You can see it's really so what we need to do now is, you can see here, you can notice that we have a small hole here. And remember, I have talked about the pad here on the tender joint. What we need to do is to make sure that our tender joint pad on the top covers this small hole. Just grab your buckle like this and gently twist it into the top hole on our tender joint. It should look like this. And then still slowly, gently twist it inside and make sure the pad will cover the small hole on the buckle. And now, everybody take out your reeds. Your reed should look like this. And what we need to do is just grab our reeds like this. And my hand is wet. Okay, now it's okay. We need to connect the end of our reed with the end of our buckle. You can just gently put it on it, and that's enough. We don't need to put too many pressure on this point because it will hurt our buckle. Okay, and until this step, we finish assemble our instrument. So the whole instrument should look like this. We have our bell here, buckle and the reed combo, the long joint and the tender joint, and the boot joint at the bottom. Okay, now we can talk about how to make our first sound on the buckle with reed combo. And I need to disassemble my instrument first. So how to disassemble our instrument? We have our bell here. We just take out our bell and remember to gently twist it out. And grab this part, don't have any key. We don't want to hurt any key and hurt our instrument. So it should look like this. Okay. And put our bell safely into our case. And then it's our buckle with the reed combo. And remember the tackle hand and hold this part of our buckle. Just gently twist it out. And take out our reed and remember to put it into the water. And when we start to learn how to play our first sound, the reeds will be wet enough. And put our buckle on or into a safe place. You can put it into your case or a safe place, yeah. Okay, next is the local things. Remember that clack sound? This sound? What we need to do is we need to take up this part and put it onto the local rest, look like this, and make this two part is disconnect. And when you finish this part, next part is we need to disassemble of our long joint. So it's this one. What we need to do is still grab the part without any key. I just grab it here and I use my hand, like this part of my hand and this part of my hand to grab it. I don't want to hurt the middle of the key, so I grab it like this and then gently twist it out, and you'll get your long joint. And what we need to do is put it safely into our case. Okay. And next part is our tenor joint. It's similar to the long joint. We need to grab it at the safe place. For example, we don't have any key here. We can just grab this part, and I put this side of the boot joint on my leg. It will easy for me to take this part out. Look like this, and then put it safely into our case. Okay, and finally we have our boot string here. Still remember to grab at the empty part and put it safely into our case. Until this step, we finish our assemble part, and let's talk about how to make our first sound, the first pitch, the C sharp on our vocal and reeds combo. Everyone take out your vocal and grab your vocal like this, and take out our wet reed. We need to make sure that the whole body of our wreath is wet. And what we need to do is use your right hand to hold the vocal like this. Remember the tackle hand and your wreath, and put this two part, connect, and just gently twist it in. And you don't need to put too many pressure on it. It will hurt the vocal. Okay, and make sure these two parts connect. We can begin. First, what we need to do is memory. Use your lower lip to cover your lower teeth, and use your upper lips to cover your up teeth. It should look like this. First, the lower lip, like this, and then the upper lip, like this. So your mouth shape should look like this now. Then put the reeds into our mouth and remember our embouchure, this filling, like this. And somebody will have a question about how long the reeds we need to put it inside our mouth. Remember, we have our finger here. We can use our finger to make sure that it's the part is longer enough. Should look like this. One finger is enough, like this. And also, you need to pay attention that when we blow the air into our reeds and the vocal, we need to make sure the reeds will vibrate, have enough air to vibrate. So we need to cover the whole part. Use our lip to cover around the reeds. Make sure that our air will not run out from the side of our mouth. So the whole emissions look like this. Okay, and remember the whisper filling, and let's do 2 on our vocal and reeds combo. You can hold your vocal and reeds like this. And remember the wisping wisp filling, and do the 2. You will get this sound. This sound is a C sharp. Okay, and now everybody have a try. Okay, and until this step, we know how to make our first sound the C sharp on our reeds and vocal combo. And that's it for my video.